And my purpose here is to help empower you to embrace your true identity, amplify your authority, and dominate your space without compromising your authentic value. And this stems from a recent encounter I had because I reached a point where I was doing things and it seemed like, man, or nothing's moving, or is it in vain? What I am saying is getting the impact that in my heart so desires for people to receive concerning who God made them to be. So I wanted to come on and just share maybe like 3 keys to help you not only believe again, but to stay believing again. So number 1 is clarity. When you're clear about who you are and whose you are, when you're clear about whose you are and who He made you to be, it's much more effective for you to operate authentically and make the true impact you're supposed to make. And so I find with clarity, when you lack clarity, you give other people who may not have the best intentions for you an opportunity to rob from you and get you distracted doing what's not effective or what you're designed to do to create the change that has been designed by God through you to create in the earth. See, clarity is so important because when you're clear, you don't have time for foolishness. Number 2, you have to have courage. Once you get that clear vision, now you have to have the courage to stand on that vision. I'm reminded of when David in the Bible faced Goliath. And unlike everybody else, David had the courage to be like, who is this uncircumcised Philistine that curses our God, right? He had the courage to go confront what everybody else was afraid of. You got to have the courage to stand up to the giant that everyone else is afraid of. What is the Goliath that you're facing that you have been called to take care of, or you have been called to eliminate, to actually be the trailblazer and set a new path for your generation or from your bloodline? What is that giant that you're dealing with? That you've been called to be the deliverer, to set the new standard. What curse have you been designed by God to break the generational curse, and you now unleash the generational blessing? And then number 3, you got to have consistency. Doing the same thing that you're called to do, doing it consistently, whether you feel like it or not. What is it that you're called to do? You may not want to do, but you've been chosen to do it. And even when you don't feel like doing it, you show up anyway and do it. Right? Consistency. So to believe again, you got to have these 3 things. And then number 3, consistency.